Hi everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Stampin' Sue Creates here to share with you another fun video using my embroidery machine. So I am using today, welcome. I am using today my largest hoop that this machine will accept, which is an 8 by 12 hoop, and I have already put in here tearaway stabilizer. What I'm making today is, it's a design by Juju, and it's called, let me just look away, it's called No Dip Dog Bandana. So it comes in multiple sizes, excuse me, and I want to show you how quick, fun, and easy this is to make in your embroidery machine. When I saw that it was so easy, I thought, you know what, I could probably sew it, but why would I want to go through all that if I can just make it in 3 minutes? That's right, 3 minutes. Here's the design on my machine, 3 minutes. So here's what we're going to do. I have some really cute fabric. I'm just making a whole bunch of them. I have an upcoming craft show actually in 1 week, and I thought dog bandanas are always a good thing to make because everybody wants to fancy up their dog, right? Okay, let me just fix you here. So it comes up with the carriage unit will move, so we're just going to hit OK. So you'll see here on the screen, it's only 3 minutes. Very easy to do. First thing it's going to do is stitch out. I'm going to move you a little closer, and I apologize for that. And whoops, I think I just moved you a little bit too much. No, I think that looks good. Okay, so the first thing it's going to do is going to stitch a layout. I'm going to put the foot down, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm telling you, this is so simple that you all can do this. Depending on what, let me just make sure this isn't going to hit my tripod here. Depending on what size hoop your machine will accept will depend on what size you can make. So this is the largest size, I believe. And it's really fun. Oh, I have to just trim my fabric here. Hold on a sec. So it only takes a square of fabric. So what I did was, when I made my first one, I just kept a piece of the fabric and just literally cut out squares so I wasn't wasting a lot of fabric, because who wants to waste anything, right? So my new recent love is, let me show you. My new recent love in life are flamingos. I'm going to reach around you here. Sorry if I hit you. It's kind of an odd situation. So flamingos. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to unhoop this a little bit, is you're going to lay your fabric out right where your stitch out was. Okay. A little close quarters. You want to make sure that you're going to cover it everywhere. And I kind of was hoping I would have a flamingo. Well, you have one down here. You know what they are, I suppose. Just trying to think how else I can lay it out. Well, that's about the size of it. So you're going to take one layer of fabric. Now this is going to be fabric that you're going to see. You want to take care how you lay your fabric out, because you're going to have a fold over on the design, and I'll show you it when we are done here. So make sure that your fabric is put in, of course, right side up, and if your fabric has a certain way that has to be laid out, you want to make sure that you're looking at it and it looks the layout. Now this fabric, well, I'm going to go ahead and let's get started here. This fabric actually looks like it goes in one direction, but I made curtains. I just redid my whole bathroom with flamingos, and it does not just go in one direction. However, when I hung my curtain up and I posted a picture on my Facebook page, everybody's like, yeah, they're really cute, but they're upside down. So it actually has 2 layers of flamingos that go in this direction, and then it has 1 layer that goes in the other direction. So technically it is a non-directional fabric. However, I think I'm going to have to take those curtains down and flip them around, because where the fold is in the fabric, where it's hanging on the window, is where the flamingos are right side up. So anyhow, and this fabric I got off of Etsy, and I forget the designer's name, but if you just type in flamingo quilt fabric, and it has a coordinating color, which is this one here, and I love this. So you're going to take another piece of fabric. It can be the same fabric or it could be something different. I'd recommend something different, something fun, and you're going to put those right side together. Okay, so you have your flamingos that are stitched down, and then you have this fabric that goes on top, and basically you're going to put the foot down. It's going to stitch around, and I have one more to make after this, so I'm kind of glad I did this video. So today is July 23rd, 2021, and I'm actually able to do this video. It's 10:23 in the morning because I am off today, and what a great day to spend today. Today is actually my birthday. So I took the day off because I'm going to be going to lunch in a little bit. Well, you know, it's still breakfast time, but lunch to a Japanese restaurant, and where they have the hibachi, and I really enjoy that. So I'm going to have a little treat today, and I thought, you know what, I got up early, my normal time, like I was going to work, put together an apple pie because my daughter and her husband are coming, and they helped me last weekend cutting down a whole bunch of trees, and my son and his girlfriend were over as well. But her husband Mike did most of the work, and his favorite thing is my apple pie. I don't know why, it's nothing special, but he just loves it. So I got up early and I made an apple pie, and then I just kind of lounged around, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do some fun embroidery. And as I was doing this, I thought, you know, I keep getting requests for more and more videos. I mean, I really don't think this is anything special. Oh, look, we are finished. So we're going to hit OK on the machine, and we're going to take this off, and it's just warning me that I'm taking the hoop off, and that I have to hit the OK for it to go in its area. So I'm going to take this over on the side. Now, if you get motion sick, close your eyes. I'm going to move you over to my desk. Try to make it as easy as possible. So don't mind my desk. It is a little bit messy because we're working. So again, this is Designs by Juju, and I'll put the link down below, and it's called a No Dip Dog Bandana. Let me give you the SKU number. It's DIGIST171, and I'm looking at it right now on my laptop, and it's actually originally $10 to purchase the design, but it's on sale for $4.50. So, I mean, holidays are coming. You have a lot of friends and family that, you know, have animals. I mean, I would suppose you can make this for a cat as well. Just make the small one, unless it's a really big cat, and you can, you know, make a bigger one. So here we are. I'm not sure which is easier to see. Here's the back, and here's the front. So what you want to do is you want to take your scissors, and I highly recommend these. These are by Fiskars, and they're titanium. And I have issues with my hands due to the work that I do. So my therapist recommended these because you push down and it springs back. So you're not doing a, you know, down and up and down and up action with your hands. You're only doing one action. So I like it. So we're going to trim around this. Now this up here is where your opening is, and I'm not sure you can see that. So I want to leave that a little bit larger because you're going to have to tuck that in. All right, so let me trim this off. So you want to just leave a little scant amount of border going around. So I'm just going to trim this, and then it goes down at an angle, and it's called No Dip Bandana because, you know, it goes over the collar. So what happens when you have those really big bandanas, which I've made before, and I've embroidered, and I've sold them at craft shows, and I'll tell you, they really sell like hotcakes. and they are a great seller. But these, let me show you one that I've already made. My daughter picked up this fabric. Oh my goodness. It's sharks. Isn't that cute? So this is already made, and see, this is where you can see how the fabric, if you use two different pieces, it folds over so you can see both. And well, I'll show you. Okay, so here we are. Now what you want to do is you want to do oh my goodness, I think I might have had too much coffee, is this tearaway stabilizer. You literally want to tear it away. Don't be too rough, but I mean, it's very forgiving. Okay, so we're going to tear that away. And I know it seems like such a waste, but in order to get the large bandana, or you have to use a larger hoop to get it all. So now there's a little bit of an edge going around here. I'm going to kind of peel that off. Comes off real easy. It's only held on by that little bit of stitching. Here's another little piece here. And these are so fun to make. You know why? Because they're not really involved. They don't take a lot of time. They don't take a lot of material. So out of a fat quarter, the one that my daughter got me, I can get 2.5 bandanas out of one. And you might be wondering, well, what the heck is a half? A half is because you can get front and back, and either front or back. So then if you get 2 fat quarters or 1/2 yard, that's what you can get. Okay, so you have this. This is just the fabric. So now what you want to do is you want to turn this right side out. Okay, so I'm just going to stick my finger in here, and I'm going to go along where the little edges would be. And then, of course, there's the point down at the bottom. And what I like to use then to make sure I get it all out to its full potential, I use a bone folder. So many of you know, maybe you don't, I'm a demonstrator with Stampin' Up!, which Stampin' Up! Is literally paper crafts. And oops, I just had someone wish me a happy birthday. Oh. And it's great when you want to fold your cardstock, or you have something that's paper that needs a nice fold on it. This has nice beveled edge. Really nothing snags on it, and it has this nice little point, because when you're turning something, you don't want to have, like, I've seen people use scissors and I just cringe. I hold my breath, because if you use something sharp, you risk the chance of poking right through your fabric or cutting your stitches. And this is done on an embroidery machine, so then, you know, you'd have to go in and fix it with your sewing machine. So we're just going to go in all these little tight spaces. Just make sure that everything is good there. So then you have this. So I think my iron, my little baby iron, might have turned off. Oh no, it's still on. Okay. So I have a little pressing mat here. And here's the bandana. And I'm going to use something, it's called Mary Ellen's Best Press. So it's a starch alternative, and I like to use this just because it gives you nice crisp fabric. I'm going to go ahead and do both sides. Oh, that hurts my hand when I do that. So I showed this, I believe, in one of the other videos I did. It's just a cute little iron. I like to use it if I'm doing something on my little Cricut Joy and I have to iron something on. So you can use your iron, but it's just super cute. It doesn't take up a lot of room, and it works perfect for me. Those Alicio, I think that's what they're called, or DCO, or whatever, those little irons. Oh my gosh, those, I would love to have one of those, just a little one. I do have a regular iron, but I mean, who irons anymore other than if you're doing crafts, right? So I would love one of those, but I think they're like, the small ones are like $50. Okay, so up here at the top is your opening. All you want to do is I kind of pull it, and I'm just going to, there's a little stitching on there, so you don't want that to show. I'm just going to tuck that all in, and let me just fix this a little bit more. Tuck that in and finish it here. Now you can hand stitch this, I mean, but who does that anymore? But I just got myself a new sewing machine. I treated myself for my 60th birthday. It just came this week. It's a Singer, and you will have to finish this bandana unless you want to do by hand or do some kind of that tape, you know, where you can stick it on and iron it, and it's kind of like replacing stitching, but there's nothing like stitching. Okay, so here you have it. So now what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can see, there's a little stitching line. What you want to do is pull this down to where that stitching line is and cover it, because you don't want to see it. And then I'm going to press this. So you can see why having two different types of fabric, you know, is really a lot of fun. You know, but hey, use what you have. If you don't have two different coordinating fabrics, then, you know, use what you have. This is a great project to do if you have a lot of scraps, because it doesn't take a whole lot depending on what size you want to make. Okay, so there we have it. So what I like to do then is I'm going to take some pins, and this is just to hold it when as I'm sewing with my machine. I take them out. So I'm just going to use some pins. I'm going to put one at each end and one in the center. And then what I've done is I have a whole stack of them that I've already done. So I do, as my machine is stitching, I'm over here cutting out, turning. So I have all of these. I ripped all of the, I have a whole stack of them. I ripped all of the paper off, and then I just do assembly line. And while it's stitching, I'm over here doing that. And then when I'm all done with all of these, I'll get my sewing machine out, because I don't leave it here. I have to come and set it up and put it back. I just don't have enough room in this little bedroom. So I will take it and I will stitch across the top, and then I will go all the way around the perimeter, and then come back and just stitch along this edge to hold it down. So then what you have when you're done, after your stitch, you have this opening here. And that's where the dog or cat or whatever kind of collar you want slips in. So they call this no dip because of the fact that this goes around their collar, and it's just close to their body. It's not big thing hanging. When they go to take a drink of water, this isn't like dripping and dipping into their water bowl. So no dip dog bandana. Really cute, super fun. I have all these different designs. So for this, I had 2 fat quarters of each design. So 2 of them, and she got them from, I don't know if I mentioned it, from the Dollar Tree. Check your Dollar Tree. So she had 2 of the sharks and 2 of these. So out of that, I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of the double-sided, and 1 that I had just the one design. Now, with your machine embroidery, what you can do is, after you do all this, if you take this part, let me take these out, you can go ahead and set up your machine. Don't sew it down, and you can put this in, you know, floating in a hoop, and you can embroider a dog's name on there, or a saying on there, or, you know, whatever it is that you wish to do. So you can spruce these up. You can also embellish them. Maybe you want to sew on like some faux buttons, or maybe some ribbons that, you know, you can detach and you know, in the corner or something to spruce them up. But I'm always leery about doing things like that, because I'm nervous with, you know, with animals. I don't want something to fall off and then, you know, they'll end up, you know, eating it, or, you know, ingesting it or something. But I think it came out really cute. Now, another idea is, the person that receives this, you actually can flip it around. So if this side got dirty, they can very easily flip it around and just have the solid on the back. So you actually can get, you know, 2 uses out of it. So I think they're super cute. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please, please, please hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. You'll be notified when I upload a new video. By you subscribing and helping promote my channel and sharing, it helps me to continue to bring you quality, fun videos, because then I know you're enjoying it. So of course, if you enjoy it, I can't wait to share more with you. So I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and of course, be safe out there. And I look forward to seeing you back here again real soon. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye for now.